Hey guys, it's Clay. We're back here again on the 2011 Collective, and as you can see, we're at the desktop here. And I didn't really anticipate doing this video because I thought I was just going. My next one was going to be my Custom Works Defender model, but I was looking at my boy Team Blacksmith, and he had just posted a review on all of his 2011s that he picked up in 2024, and I was like, you know something, man. I'm definitely not on Team Blacksmith's level or 2A and LA's level as far as like their gun collections, but man, I'm really proud of what I've been able to pick up this past year, and just kind of wanted to share that with you guys and just kind of get your thoughts. And I do want to give a big shout out to those guys like 2A and LA and Team Blacksmith. They're kind of like my 2011 spirit animals. I really love their content. They just seem like really humble, good dudes, man. And I'm going to be out at SHOT Show next month, and I look forward to meeting both of those guys and some of their. I know Team Blacksmith's got his new competition crew that he's bringing online, so really excited to meet some of those dudes as well. But yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to those guys, and just thank you for the inspiration to want me to start my own channel. So and throw my hat in the ring and give my reviews on some of the guns that I like. So without further ado, we're going to step through my gun collection that I picked up or my guns that I picked up in 24. Once again, I didn't do reviews on some of these, and some of them I have, just because of just me getting more serious about YouTube. Because believe it or not, man, like this YouTube stuff is actually harder than what people think. But but anyways, here is my first gun of 2024, and y'all don't know me all that well, but every now and then, boys, I love a little bling in my life, and this is my Staccato C2, just completely Guccified, man. And once again, boys, some of these guns are not going to be for you, and that's cool. But this is just like what I like. Once again, this is just fun and a hobby. I don't take this shit that seriously. All right, so so moving on. So I'm up in Nashville, where I live. You just don't have a whole lot of high-end gun shops. If you want a Glock, you can find one around here where I live. But if you want like a Staccato or a high-end 2011, like you're gonna have to go up the road. And I visit my sister-in-law quite a bit, and they've got a gun shop up there called High Caliber Weapons and Training. Man, they got some great dudes. They got some retired military dudes like myself, some special forces guys, and just I really, military to military dudes. I love talking with those guys, and we were, I was in the market for. I wanted a C2. I hadn't, bought one yet. Just kind of rounded out my Staccato collection, and I was like, I've got carry guns. I don't really need, another. I'm not going to carry this thing. I was like, let's just do something fun. And so we started throwing some ideas out, and they had a guy that was in the local area that did some polishing work, and they were like, let's do something crazy. So we ended up going with this high polished tin gold look with the high polished DLC black barrel. All the small parts are all high polished DLC black. We've got the red dirt F4 trigger. We've got a grip reduction with a stifle job, Atlas high red thumb safeties, and boys, like this is the one that it took so long to get this one because of this one. When this is the Monsoon Tactical Grandmaster Gangers Comp porting option. Guys, a mouthful. Boys, this thing is just it is so Gucci, man. Once again, I know this is not for everybody, because this thing is an absolute fingerprint magnet, but this thing is an absolute pocket rocket, boys. Like, I love this gun, man. I'm so like, when dudes, like I said, when they come and they look at my guns, like the two guns that they look at are this one and my Vulcan, just because of the polishing work on them. But man, I really love this gun. Once again, not for everybody, especially if you don't like fingerprints on your guns. Now, moving on to the next one. Once again, I was up in Nashville hanging out. Was not in the market for anything at the time, just up there hanging out with the dudes, just having a cup of coffee with the fellows. And I noticed that we were just chatting, and the one guy was talking about he had gotten the Staccato P Heritage Edition in, and I was like, hey man, I was like, can I see that, handle it, feel it, all that, because I knew it had the the full dust cover and the steel frame on it. And he was like, he's like, but it's already spoken for. He was like, the dude supposed to be coming to pick it up. He's been waiting, and he said it'll almost be 2 weeks on Monday. And I was like, hey, I said, would you be willing to part ways on Monday if the dude doesn't come and get it? And he was like, yep. He said, sure, if he doesn't get it. He's like, I'll make some follow-up calls. And the dude, for whatever reason, never came to pick up his gun. And lo and behold, here you see, this is my second favorite Staccato. My Staccato XC is, everybody loves Staccato XC for the most part. This is my second favorite Staccato in their lineup. I know this is, once again, a limited edition run, so not everybody has this dude, but I love the look of this gun, man. Like, it speaks to me. Of course, I'm a metal grip type of guy. I wish I had a metal grip, but outside of that, boys, like, I love this gun, boys. This is one of my favorites in my collection. I shoot as you can see on my, the old magwell check. A lot of dudes like to talk about. I shoot this gun a lot, man. I love the performance of this gun. I can really, I can shoot it pretty well. It's non-ported. I've kept this one bone stock just for collecting purposes. Who knows what it'll be worth down the road, or if anything. But yeah, man, I really love this gun. I shot this the other day against my Jacob Grade Black in a video, and just to get some shooting perspectives between the two. And yeah, just love this pickup, man. Love this one. So if you can snag one and somebody's got them for sale at a reasonable price, they're price gouging on them now. But yeah, buy with confidence, man. That is a great gun. Moving on to my next acquisition. This is my Bull Armory Tac Pro 5-inch. I have shot the ever-living shit out of this gun too. I have jacked up as you can see, I've got my mag wells are all beat up on this thing. I've probably got north of probably 4,000 rounds or something on this one already. I will tell you, as a quick note, boys, if you guys are in the market for a bigger windowed red dot, this is the Defender XL Comp Dot. They have these on sale right now at Shields for $200, boys. Like, their Delta Point Pro footprint. These dots are cool, man. Like, I really like these. If you're just, if you're in the market and you need one, just try one out. They're $200. It's a great value option. Just wanted to say that as a note. I bought a couple of them, so I'm gonna start upgrading my smaller windows because of my old ass eyes. But back to the Bull Armory Tac Pro 5-inch, man. It's got this V8 style porting on this gun. This gun is really well fit. It's got, I put in a longer trigger shoe on this thing. Really like the modular trigger designs on these bulls. Got a nice trigger. The performance on this gun. This is why Bull is so popular, is because the price point, the value, to the the quality that you get, to the shooting performance, man, it is there at the price point, man. Like, the Bull Armories are amazing 2011s, man. Do not hesitate. They've actually just got a whole bunch of non-ported ones back in stock. So as of like yesterday, I think they had notification to come in. But I love this gun, man. This gun can absolutely shred. It can hang with all the big boys, man. It's super soft, it's super flat. You cannot go wrong with this Bull Armory. Now, to make my ultimate Bull Armory gun, I'm a metal grip type of guy. This one is a little bit harder to do because the polymer you actually have to spread the polymer apart to be able to get it down off of the frame to remove these and actually get them up and around to install them. It would take a ton of work to be able to fit a metal grip to this, and I think there's only one company that does it, JP Customs, and it's expensive, and I don't know, just keep it stock. And I love the way the gun shoots, but man, if we could get a metal grip on this Bull Armory Tac Pro, boy, whoo, what a game changer that would be. But man, I love this gun, boys. Love it, love it, love it. Now, moving on to my favorite pickup of the year. This is my favorite gun currently in my collection. Was able just to come across this one. I did a full review on this one on my channel. This is my Custom Works Vulcan, and I got this one. I stumbled across it because I was searching for my next gun, and these guns are hard to find, and so I had come across a YouTube short from a company called ATF Firearms in Oregon, and one of the guys was kind of showing off the Vulcan, and there was the Defender model. And I was like, huh. I said, man, that looks really familiar. That looks like a pre-sliding frame. So I started doing more research, and come to find out, as I said in my full review, like Scott from Custom Works is actually the manufacturer of the Voodoo Gunworks slide and frame under the Three Sigma umbrella. So, and then he uses his slides and frames to build out for his Custom Works side of the house, right? So I was like, the Priest was the gun that I wanted, boys. Like I've done my homework, and I was like, for the money, that is the gun that I want to buy. I just could not find one, and I didn't want to put one on order just because the lead times were just crazy long. And when I found these guys, I was like, yeah, I got this gun in, boys. Like, once again, I'm gonna say this, like, I don't have all of the experience. Like, I don't own Infinities. I've only been able to shoot an Atlas Titan. However, I will say that I called Atlas Gunworks, and I asked the gentleman on the line, I said, does the Titan get the same treatment as far as like the fitment and the polishing as, like, say, your Erebus or your Artemis or some of the other models? And he said absolutely. He was like, it gets the same treatment, so it's the same. And I was like, okay, roger that, cool. I said, I just want to make sure that I'm having an informed opinion about, when I say these things. Like, I'm not trying to just throw shit against the wall or sell a gun to you. Like, that is not my intent. I just do this. That's a fun hobby, guys. So, but I want to be accurate in my statements, or at least from my experience, right? Boys, I had my buddy came over here with his Titan. I put these next to each other. I shot them back to back. I handled both of them. The first thing that jumped out to me on that Titan was the grip module, because I have big hands, like I'm a big dude, and that step panel made a world of difference to me. Like, that was like, I didn't even, like, everybody talks about the fitment on the Atlas. That wasn't even the first thing I noticed. The first thing I noticed was the grip module. I was like, yo, can I get this thing on every one of my guns, man? Like, I love that thing. It just, when you got big old meat paws, dude, like, it's hard on some of these guns for us bigger handed guys. And man, that Atlas was just awesome. Anyways, but when I started doing my feels and just my feel and just action, like, this gun, boys, like, I'm telling you, I want to be clear that Atlas is $5,800. This is $3,500. Boys, the action on this gun was noticeably smoother, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and say better, and I want to be careful what I say. Like, but from a standpoint of just action, there isn't a smoother 2011 in the market than this at this price point, boys, and maybe even at all. Like, I don't know. Like, I've got a haze coming in. I'm wanting to see, like, I really want to see what this haze stacks up to this guy, because this is the smoothest gun I have ever felt, ever. Like, this, I mean, this thing is absolute, like, just glass, dude. I showed it at my parts walkthrough. This thing under the hood is spectacular. And the great thing about this one, boys, it's Thomas. He had bought one. He's one of the dudes that hits me up all the time on my comment section. He had bought one in 45, and I told him, I was like, when you get your gun in, you tell me. He's got an Atlas and some other higher end guns. I said, you tell me what you think of the action on this gun, because I have never felt anything like it. And I don't want to misspeak or give misinformation just on some of my limited experience, right? So that's not what I'm trying to do. But boys, like, I'm telling you, you buy this thing, it's a 6 to 8 week lead time. Reach out to Scott, man. This gun is my favorite gun in my collection, man. So anyways, I'm off my high horse about that one. Moving on to what spurred that purchase, which was this one right here. This was the one that I looked for forever, man, and I was able, once again, I'm perusing the streets on the old Reddit forum, and this one popped up, and the dude was showing off his Priest, and he said that there were a couple available in his gun store. And dude, I was like, I jumped on that thing, called the gun store. They had 3 of them in stock. They had a black one, the FEE, and then they had a short covered, dust covered one. They were all ported, so I did not configure this gun. This is just bought from, as anybody would just walk into the store. And I was just blessed to be able to get this one, boys. This gun, I came with an F2. I swapped it to an F4. I said my length of pull was just a little too short. I don't do short triggers. And then I fit it with some Atlas high red thumb safeties. Like I said, this gun is an absolute tank. Like, the fitment on this gun, I keep on driving to this, guys. Like, in the $3,000 to $4,000 price point, these, you know, between this Priest and that Vulcan, I believe, in my opinion, these are the best built guns in this at that price point. I have shot my next favorite gun at that price point between the 3 and 4 is the MPA Lock. That gun is an amazing built gun. It is built like a brick shit house as well. I just prefer, and there's some people who prefer the MPA over this. I understand that. I get, to each their own once again, but for me, this was the gun that I wanted. I searched long and hard for this thing, and I was like, as soon as I had it, I was like, I'm getting this thing, because I'd already had the Vulcan first, and I was like, I want it. And when I pulled the trigger on this thing, I don't regret it. I love this gun. I know it's a long lead time. I know that, you know, it's hard to get, but boys, if you find one, and do not hesitate to buy one, it is most certainly worth all the value. Once again, I had this one out there against that Titan. You know, man, like outside of the coating, because that Titan has that coating on it, I don't know, man. Like, and the Titan's not ported too as well, so like there's some you know, some variables there. But man, I'm just impressed with the Vulcan and Priest, guys. Like, that's just my opinion. But to each their own, and with your own experiences, and I respect all that. So, but absolute pleasure. Once again, boys, the Priest is an absolute pleasure to own as well. Now, my last acquisition, which I just posted a review on not too long ago, this is my Jacob Gray Black Edition. As you can see, I have a wide variety of guns. Okay, I like to collect guns, guys, and I love to shoot guns too. Like, these all get the treatment from me. I shoot the shit out of all these guns. I understand, once again, you know, I was debating dudes on the MIMs and the value and all that stuff. Dude, that's cool, man. Like, you do you, I'll do me, boo-boo, and we'll all just be happy and share our experiences, and it's all good. Like, I don't take this stuff seriously, man. Like, I spent my entire adult life being serious in the military. This is time just for me to have fun, enjoy these 2011s, and just shoot and have a good time and be kind to one another, man. That's it. Just be kind. We've got a world, a place of just people with negativity, and I'm just not about that, man. I'm all about just reporting the news and my experiences. And if your experience is different than mine, that's cool, brother. That's why we live in America. We all have the right to our opinions. So, but anyways, this gun, boys, if you're in the market for this thing, you know, it's, you know, a unique design. It's got, you know, some little things that you need to look at if that's something that interests you. Like I said, I got big hands, and, you know, my grip, it kind of rides up on that little corner right there, as I said in my review. But outside of that, this gun is it's so much fun to shoot. It's a little lightweight, designed for carry. Just, oh man, and I love the grip module on this thing. Not the I just love the aesthetics of it. Really, I love this gun, man. I'm so happy to be able to get this one to my collection. And once again, to each their own, what you like and what you dislike. But outside of that, guys, that is my roundup of my 2024 kind of acquisitions, if you will. And 2025 is looking good too as well. We should be getting the old Hayes Customs in here in a little bit. Once again, I'm going to SHOT Show. I'm really excited to see what, you know, kind of the brands are coming out with the new guns. Just so you know, I am not going as some sort of YouTube influencer. I am no one in this space. So I'm going as a part of one of the guys that works for me. His dad is the VP of EAA, and they invited me to come because they know I love guns. And so I, you know, well, I got an invite through that route, and I'm so blessed and so privileged to be able to go out to SHOT Show and meet all these people and the YouTube dudes, and just kind of shake their hands and tell them thank you, man. Because, you know, these reviews, man, like I said, you can't walk into some of these gun shops and get your hands on some of this stuff. And you know, by doing these YouTube reviews, I've had an opportunity to pick up, you know, make relationships with, like I said, with Scott and Custom Works LLC. And this one's my next one. Like I said, I didn't anticipate doing this video. This is my next one that's coming out. This is my, not mine, this is Scott's personal gun, but this is the Defender model. And I'm going to be doing a review on this one here shortly. So like I said, be on the lookout for that one, guys. And that's it. And if I don't get that one out before the beginning of the year, Merry Christmas, have a Happy New Year, and we look forward to some more 2011s, man. We appreciate y'all. Cheers.